in the Gran Turismo 7 for the 2026 Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona, or here on twitch.tv/werewolfpve, the Rolex 2 Hours of Daytona with 12-hour time scaling. For those of you who do not remember how this works, or were not here the first time, everybody in chat that wanted a car has a car. There is 10 in Group 2, 10 in GTD/GTD Pro, and 10 in LMP2/GTP. We will go over, cars, because we couldn't really fill the field out. We will go over qualifying here in a moment, but first, the rule set. 2-hour time limit, 20 cars. We will be rolling start set to 50 feet. Balance of performance is off. These cars are tuned where they should be on paper similar. Slipstream strength, the draft is set to real. Mechanical damage is set to heavy because this is the only way where it will actually punish me if I make a mistake. I have to go down to pit road and repair damage. Tire wear rate, and fuel consumption rate set to 6x. Should have to pit once every 10-ish laps, if I remember correctly, from 2 years ago. Refueling speed is set to 5 liters per second. I think that was the number we found that was actually kind of accurate, where you're not just sitting in pit road just with elevator music. Grip reduction off track is real. Weather I have set to random because it cannot rain here at Daytona or really mist in game. Penalties, shortcut penalty is set to strong. Wall collision penalty is set to strong. Car collision penalty is on, as is pit lane cutting. You just have a small disconnect. I would love to have fog. Don't get me wrong. Are we still here? OBS just disconnected for a moment. We're fine, I think. I would love to have fog, trust me. But for whatever reason, Gran Turismo did not put it in the game for Daytona. As we were saying, pit lane line cutting penalty is on, as are flag rules, and collision penalty and is on for cars. Wall collision is also on, and correct vehicle course after wall collision is off. Not that that will really come into play. It was me, I believe. I believe OBS just disconnected for a brief moment. And now we get to talk about qualifying order. Out in front, the first 10 cars will be the LMP2s. Pat was your pole sitter for LMP2. He is starting first. Then Jeff and his Peugeot, Evo and his Audi R18, Squid and his Toyota TSO 50. Myself, the car I won't even be piloting. Go ahead. I can't give you fog. Lucas and his LMP2, Jordan and his Toyota GR010 Hybrid, Ash and her Toyota GR010 Hybrid, Caleb and his McLaren at P9, And Jordo, she is in the Toyota Lest Oil machine, the TSO30 in P10. GTDs, Ash, she's in her Audi R8. She finished first, a blistering lap at the end, the very last car. Squid and the Toyota Supra is second. Lucas and the Hurricane third. Sabotages are back. You only get 4 of them, though. I was going to talk about that after I got through qualifying order. Jeff in his Gran Turismo. Jeff in his Lamborghini. Lucas in the Lamborghini Hurricane and third. Jeff in fourth in the Ferrari 458. Jesus Christ, my brain just turned off for a moment there. Myself and my McLaren. I will be driving. Jordan in his Ford GT. Evo in his Subaru BRZ. Pat in the Chevy C7 Corvette. Caleb. And you'll notice our final 2 look very similar. Caleb in the Ford Mustang. And then Jordo, she is in the Porsche 911. Ash is having ads. I will wait a brief moment to explain everything. With the sabotages. You get 4 per. So you get 4. Technically, it is 12 per person. You can have 4 for the stint on hard tires. You can have 4 for fuel consumption. Then you can have 4 off sequence pit stops. That's kind of how it's balanced out. The best thing I could give you for any type of mist is let's see, late morning. Oh yeah, I knew that was going to be a thing. We'll save these settings. We'll give you some mist, the best we could do for fog. And now, let's get down to Daytona International. 4. The Rolex 2. 2 hours. Since I already have to start on hard tires. We will do that. And we now get a chance to settle in for 2 hours at the Daytona road course. And I guess I gotta go into fuel, because I'm in the process of trying to change fuel consumption. I run into the back of Jeff. As Jeff does pass Lucas, and now I am gonna have to chase him down. Because did you expect me to be in the prototype? I thought it was pretty. I was pretty clear I was going to be in the McLaren. I did forget to do something too. We are going to start a poll real quick. Forgot to do this. Really? This can only run 10 minutes? I'll open it up a couple times, most likely, unless we have just a absolute runaway. Do you guys want to see me run Bathurst in February? A track that I absolutely hate. In which, if I do run Bathurst, I will very much be in my prototype. As Lucas and Jeff are leaving me in the dust right now. I have Jordo running to the back of me there. We're going to see if we can get a little bit of a pull from her in Rexy as we've dropped all the way down to 7th in class. Pat right now still holding the lead. Nothing's changed in the LMP2s as Jeff is pitting. Most likely from the contact that him and I had. Evo, I hear his car to the outside. Drop more. Long race, a lot can happen in 2 hours. Caleb sitting in 18th right now. Evo behind me. Jeff in his LMP2, by the way, now set a fastest lap. Which for the LMP2s, I will say, whoever has the fastest lap will get an extra point, as we are going to go off track and probably get penalized. Well, looks like we're not. Those are 2 additions we're doing this year. Caleb is now almost 5 seconds behind me. Rigged. As I have Jordan and Jordan in front of me, Lucas in front of them. My LMP2 jumps all the way up into 3rd and 5th. We get close to Rexy. We get to her inside. No. Let's try and keep that toe here. Toe then. Now we can make our move on the straightaway. Maybe. Rexy, we have an incident there. No penalty though. No penalty, no damage. That was racing. Now the only problem is Jordan and his Ford GT is way up there, and I am alone. I have Rexy still right on me. No extra damage, I should say. Obviously, than what I have is... Come to the International Horseshoe, and... Caleb has moved up to 17th. He has jumped 2 spots. Making that a little tight. We'll have to be careful there. As Jeff has passed Pat for LMP2 lead. And all of a sudden, we're actually having to defend the Mustang of Caleb. Is now a second behind me, and I really have no friends. Just out here alone in the middle of nowhere. As Caleb's LMP2 throws out a fast lap. The LMP2 is now trying to let some times down. And a 141 for Caleb. Those of you who can't see it, I have 7.5 laps of fuel remaining, so we have a little bit. Our tires are fine since we started on the hards. I don't really know where everyone else is. Go a little wide in the horseshoe and are just continuing to lose ground on Jordan and Lucas. Every little bit that it feels we make up. I mean, we just, being in lean fuel, we're just kind of able to hold right now. We go way wide there trying to hold speed. And we may end up surrendering a position here. Depending on how far back Gordo is and Rexy. Still nobody down pit road. Coming across the line. 10 minutes in. As, whoa! Caleb shot out of a cannon and I get bumped by Gordo and Rexy. Now I have to see if I can navigate past the Mustang that handles like a boat. The answer is yes. Done good so far. Trying to baby this car with the damage that I do have. Caleb's jumped up a few spots. But as of right now, we have 2 votes for yes for Bathurst. That's a little scary. Looks like I'm going to be running Bathurst. Caleb's LMP2 still getting the fastest lap point at 1:41.5. And from the sounds of it, we have Jeff's LMP2 approaching. And we have Jordan going down into pit. Oh, lay down here to the left. I think Caleb may have also gone to pit. So we now have blue flag rules. Only took 7 laps. And this is where the LMP2s really start be problematic. And where we start being problematic for them, we have Pat in front of us, so behind us. We will give him room once we get up into the oval. We'll try and stay down here on the bottom. As he just decides to run into the back of us. Really? Get a bit of a tow from him as long as I can. We'll then have to give way to me and Squid. Don't want to hit me. I don't really want to get in the way of Squid, but Squid's trying to use me as a tow. And Squid's GTD is going into pit. As is Lucas, so I'm going to jump in. Everybody is going to pit, so I now for now have the lead. Hi, Evo. And then a 5-second penalty because trying to give Evo space, it bumps me into the barrier. I'm not really able to do anything with this. Ash's LMP2, she's up into 6th there. Made up 2 spots. We let her by without incident. This is the marshal here. I want to try and run one lap. One full lap. The damage is getting pretty obnoxious now. Like Caleb's LMP2, who he's up into 7th. So he's made up one spot. And our first LMP2 pit stop is going to be Jeff. As yeah, the damage here is getting to be a little bit too much. Will be the final lap before we pit. As my LMP2 it's dropped all the way into 9th. Ash is now in 3rd. Probably before pit. Yeah, as you could, like I said, you could see the damage. There is faster cars. I don't see them right now. Ash all the way up to 3rd without pitting the LMP2 class. I'm not giving away until we get onto the oval itself here. Coming out of turn 6. Back on to the oval. We'll go up high for Jeff. Pat now pits. Squid pits. Looks like Ash is staying out. No, she's pitting. So we will have a new top 3 at least. At least top 1 and 2, because we know Jeff is going to be in 2nd, and we have a car behind us. We'll go to mediums. Looks like we have a lot of pitting. So where is our box? There we go. It's just a matter of how far back we fall. Pitting off sequence like this. On completely different strategy. Having to work with what Ash made us work with. And also having to fix some damage too from contact with cars. Is Jeff is sitting all the way here in last. Evo sitting behind us, about 7 seconds. We go into a higher fuel life or fuel mode. We do see Pat ahead of us, and we are slowly gaining on him. Here. 20 minutes gone. Gordo's LMP2 really helping us out. Slow Pat down, and hopefully we'll slow herself down a bit too. I mean, it'd be unfortunate, but do what I gotta do to make it work. As we get past Pat fairly easily. Fortunately, we send it in a little deep as we come into the infield. Caleb all the way up to 15th. Gordo, she's all the way up to 16th. International Horseshoe, we get that wrong a lot. We see Rexy up in front of us. They're our next mark. F and his Peugeot is once again sitting first over Pat and Squid. And what's noticeable here in front of me is Rexy is alone. So I'm very curious. It looks like Caleb getting fairly close to the Le Mans chicane. I wonder if I can make this work. Kind of work with Jordo here a little bit. No, I'm just faster. I was gonna say work with. Oh, that's one I wasn't expecting. Now we see the Michigan State Mustang. I honestly forgot that redeem is a thing, because no one uses it. Squid and the LMP2s on that top three in the leaderboard, and we have a pack right there. Oh my. What is happening here? What is going on here? I gotta write that down. Why is everyone so slow right there? Did I didn't pass an LMP2. What the heck? Okay, I should have had this ready. Lap 12 incident. $36, 12. That's what I got to check that out in the replay after the race. I don't know what's going on in that pack behind us. I feel like there's got to be an LMP2 in there. No, because I have an LMP2 right behind me. I'm trying to get out of the way of. that I'm somehow not able to... Chordo. Girl. You know what? She don't want to pass me. As she almost just pushed me into the barrier. This is not where I want to be right now. I don't know what happened there. Lap 12, we are going to have to go... As we enter the International Horseshoe, we are able to pass Lucas. And it's going to be interesting to note that pack has made it through. There is one car on pit road, so I'm guessing you had to have got caught up in something. Because you're catching up to Lucas now. Just from the radar behind me. The mini-map up in the top left, I should say. I'm just so confused as to what happened right through there. Oh, yep. Where's... No penalty yet. As Caleb's entering pit, there was an incident there. As in real life, the fireworks are starting at Daytona. I'm so very confused. As we are pushing deep into the... Crack the top 10 once. No, 10 o'clock this year. I don't know why they're doing them at 10 this year. Caleb still on course for that fastest lap point for the LMP2s that they'll get. As we are once again alone because of whatever shenanigans happened in lap 12. Behind us, it looks like Ash is close to Lucas and catching up to him. Just a matter of when. As Lucas and Ash have to pit. This is where me starting and running half of what we've done so far on, over half of what we've done so far on lean fuel. I'm on a completely different, well, I'm about to be on a similar sequence. And I will be on slower tires as well. Hammer down the rest of this lap. That is 2 sabotages Ash has used. Well, 2 of the hard tires that Ash has used, I should say. What bit of fog we can have is settling in for now. May as well refuel. Well, yeah, of course. This time, thankfully, we have no damage to repairs. We'll see. As Jordo also has to pit behind us. We will come out in the lead. We don't want to cut the line and throw that away, and we'll see. Oh, we're still 20. So Lucas and Ash were able to be... I don't want to say beat us out of pit road, but they were able to beat everyone else out. So they're 20 plus seconds behind me still. Hi, Ash. That's her LMP2 all the way up into 5th. And she gone. There's a lot that can happen over 2 hours. We are past the 30-minute mark. As Ash does pass Lucas, I was wondering why that... I mean, that differential did jump 3 seconds. You want me to take them out? Okay. As we take a timeout, a brief timeout. That's your plan? Fair enough. As okay. We're gonna go into some natural fuel conserve mode. Yeah, it's brutal. And I don't know whose LMP2 that was that just ran into the back of me. Caleb's! And then mine! Yeah, having come from outside, it's miserable out there. It is freaking awful. And that light arrow damage. Right. Yeah, Caleb remembered from 2 years ago. We'll move out of the way of Jordan's LMP2. We'll even drop below the yellow to try and limit the damage. As we will have ads run here in a few minutes for those of you on Twitch. As that does, I believe, that damage does force Caleb to have to pit, though, by the way. I'm just deciding to run into the back of me. Really, dog? I say, I don't, first off, Ash, I don't get a chance or a choice on Twitch ads anymore. Most of the time. You might be in that gray area though, Caleb, where you're still subbed, but you're getting close to the end of the month, if I had to guess. This race so far, we'll say, I think it is cold. Smart ass. I will say this race has been fairly flag free outside of blue flags, which we knew we were going to see a lot of. As the sun peeks back out. Out of the way of Evo, we're going to have to dip below the yellow line because he's squeezing us down. As Lucas and Ash are slowly making up ground on me. I took that very tight. There it is. as Ash limps her LMP2 into pit road at 1% fuel. She got everything she could out of that stint. Was sitting third. This should be probably Caleb, so we're gonna try and stay out of the way. Yeah, we did. Good call, because we didn't need him running into the back of us again. There's somebody in pit. Oh, that's Ash's. LMP2 coming out of pit road, hopefully. Okay, good. It is only a matter of time where cycles are gonna match up, where I'm gonna be coming out of pit, or I'm gonna be coming past pit exit as an LMP2, is leaving pit road. And happened last year, or a couple years ago, the last time we did this in 2014, when we ran into Pat. And I really screwed my race up and screwed his up. As the sun is starting to set here at Daytona. Closest car in front of us right now is in did I say 2014? Closest car in front of us is Jordo's LMP2, 3 minutes and change ahead. Closest car behind us is Lucas at 17 seconds behind. Ash is right there with him though. The fact that they've been having to kind of battle amongst each other is probably why they haven't even caught up, haven't really caught up to me as much yet. I went a little deep, and we have LMP2 behind me. As Lucas is going to go to pit. I was a senior in 2014. Either way, I meant to say 2024. Hi, Lucas, as we bump into each other. No damage done. The sun sets further into the horizon. And we'll get to see what shenanigans will abound after dark here at Daytona. Ash now being able to run clean. No real competition. She's gained over a second on me. And now it's just gonna be, when does she have to pit? right now. Ash getting her GTD, the Audi, into pit road at 2% fuel and racing on hard tires. Honestly, she shouldn't have to change tires at least, so there's a prototype facing the wrong way at the International Horseshoe in real life. Gotta be careful going over and checking that. Ash leaving pit. Just trying to carry too much speed through there. One won't bite us yet. Thankfully, we are too far ahead right now, and we have a LMP2 that we're gonna have to get out of the way of. The leader, Jeff, I'm guessing Air Squid. Oh, I do not want to be right here at the kink. Do not want to have a second car next to me right here. Didn't want a second car to me right there either. Tried dipping down to the left just to stay out of the way and plugging as much of the inside there as I could. The problem right now that everybody in GTD that has behind me is that Rexy is out in front. Jordo and Rexy is out in front, and Rexy is not the fastest car. So where Jordo makes up for in time on where Jordo's able to make up for in time in the infield. The car that does handle well. She's not really able to make up anywhere on the oval itself. Kill off the rest of that penalty. Yeah, well, there we go. That's going to help the field as she is going to have to pit. Lucas is going to get past her. As will Ash. They are now both, however, close to a minute, 48 seconds to be exact, behind. Well, they get past Rexy, and that 48 seconds has already gone down to 42. Or 46, I mean. Gone down by 2. My LMP2 pit goes into pit. I have one behind me. I'm approaching a car. Who is this that I'm catching up to? Whose GTD am I catching up to right here? Evo's Subaru has dropped anchor and is about to get lapped by me. I lead back up to 49 seconds. As Ash and Lucas have to battle it out for second right now. We talked about this in qualifying. Yeah, I was just about to say. Oh, hi. Ooh. Pat. Aren't really giving me anywhere. They didn't give me anywhere to go. Fucking... In real life, you're supposed to stay down left. Faster cars are supposed to go out right of you. As well, Evo won't go a lap down to me. Yet. Push myself up high. You made it back up. You're back to 37 now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the ticker is just a slow update. That forced reset when I was trying to let LMP2s lap me kind of screwed that ticker up. You guys gained a good chunk of time. Because I'm about to catch up to another GTD car here in front of me. Because up top in LMP2 land, Jeff is pitting. And speaking of Jeff, this is his GTD up in front of me. Nice stretch. One more lap out here. At 11% fuel. Go back on the mediums. I wanted to try and stretch out one more lap, but we'll have to repair. So we're stopped for 28 seconds. And yeah. We have an LMP2 working on passing us. Still, hi Lucas. As Lucas goes right into me there. Yeah, I am. Meaning I'm now stuck in between Ash and Lucas. And just a bad spot gets caught out, and I would assume Lucas is gonna have to pit. Because on paper I should. Somebody's LMP2 gives me a little bit of room between Ash's GTD and me. As it's Lucas's LMP2, actually. And I honestly might just... as Lucas forces his own... Lucas's GTD forces his own LMP2 off track. I'm still in lean fuel mode intentionally right now. We'll pull off Lucas, as he is gonna have to pit from that damage. That's kind of, oh well, he was gonna have to pit anyway for fuel. And this is gonna be, I have to slow to a crawl right now. Well, I'm gonna be pitting anyway. I'm gonna cede the spot. I'm not even gonna try fighting for it. I'm really only gonna make things worse for my car, because I cannot turn this thing right now. That damage that I got from Lucas. Just be smart here and live to fight another day. We're not quite an hour. BD Fry, thank you for the raid. Not quite halfway through our race here. Well, we know the car will want to turn left. So we do fine there. We don't do fine coming back out of the international chicane. Thank you again for the raid, BD Fry. And we are going to have to dip into pit road because chat said so. We want to help their own cars out. As Ash is having to pit in front of me. Oh. As Jordan's going to throw me on hard tires. So that's going to slow me down a little bit. Welcome, Raiders. I have a chance. Welcome into the channel. Today we are doing... I like to say... We are doing our own little Rolex 24 here with members from my chat. They have cars, LMP2s, and GTDs. Two-hour time because I'm not going to be here for 24 hours at 12x time scaling. We are not quite halfway through at 59 minutes gone. I do believe I have notifications off right now. As we leave the infield, coming out of turn 6. We are behind one of the slowest cars here in terms of GTDs here at Daytona. From our qualifying on Wednesday, the Porsche Rexy, I can't remember what Porsche it is anymore in this game. A car that handles well, but just where speed is king here at Daytona. Not really able to do much. We're still... Rexy is pulling... Well, not really. Not pulling away much anymore. Now... Well, never mind. Was starting to pull away for a brief second, but no. Didn't last. We're getting a new Porsche Group 3? Really? Holy shit. They're putting new cars in the game. I figured we were going to have to wait till GT8 for new Group 3s. As we come to the International Horseshoe, we go wide once again. It's a spot where I don't do great. And now here's where Rexy's gonna... That Porsche that Jordo's in, she's gonna be able to pull away a little bit, a lot of it. You asked for it. There you go, Ash. They'll have time to make up here. It would be nice. I mean, the one thing that Assetto Corsa does have on this game is that all of their actual racing cars, all their GTDs, LMP2s, because we are going to have to let an LMP2 through, everything in Gran Turismo was old. I can't even kill off the penalty right now here in the banking. We are gonna... Lucas doesn't want to pass me on the low side. Now, as penalty of my fuck up, I am going to keep this car out another lap just to try and do a little bit of recovery. We're gonna have to drop off of lean fuel. I've been sitting in lean fuel just to try. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a couple other, because the truck races are fun. I wouldn't mind a couple larger vehicles. My biggest thing is we just keep getting... We keep getting iterations of the same fucking cars. Like, we keep getting GTRs. Every freaking update. It's at a certain point where it's like, I don't need more GTRs. Yeah, we have 4 EK9s. The Raptor credit grind. Oh man, early game. I mean, that was fun, don't get me wrong. The Raptor credit grind was awesome here at Daytona, but can I make up a spot with this damage? If I can try and pick off Lucas sometime before, as Ash goes back up to P11, which would put her top of the GTDs. I have not. That's one of those things where if I do a NASCAR race, because I'm not a huge NASCAR guy, I am more of an IMSA fan, IMSA and F1 fan. Giving out ideas. I mean, if it's something people wanted, I would do one. But I also do have the NASCAR game where I could just go to that. Try. I think I'll be able to pick this Hurricane off. Maybe not as we get back onto the oval. Ah, yeah, we'll be fine. Go to the high side where we at least have a little more stability on this car right now. As beat up as it is. Ash leaving the international chicane as we enter it. Ash's LMP2 needs to get going now. Then 6th. The fact that we still have not gotten... Yeah, I do know which one you're talking about. The fact we still haven't gotten one pisses me off. We don't have a true Acura. We don't have a Cadillac. I mean, the like, come on. Come on, Polyphony. Ooh. Right, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be such bad timing. Because we were gonna come back out in 15th, a place down off of where we were. Once again, where we started, I should say. Place down from where we started. Squid's GTD 2 seconds behind me, Caleb somewhere behind him, and the Michigan State Mustang. We need a better, yeah, I would love to see the C8. We need a better Ford Mustang, because the current Mustang that they have in game for, Acura Integra was once replaced with an Acura Alex. Really? That I did not know. You have a photo to prove it too? Okay, we'll have a chance. I mean, well, we'll have a chance to really actually be in not a bad spot. Jordan's pitting. We'll pick off Rexy here just kind of easily. Ash is pitting, meaning Ash has damage because she's pitting early. I am now. So we will pause that. Lap 34 to see kind of what happened to her. That's 2 incidents involving Ash that we will have to go back to check the replay. 2103. I guess I'm pitting and hi Ash. I actually end up passing her naturally. She wasn't in pit long. She didn't change tires. We will go into fuel full power since Ash is gonna make us pit. Not that in what little distance we have, I'm gonna actually end up catching her. Is we have a GTD in front of us. We have a GTD not for position up in front of us. You don't want me to go into that right now. You want me to go? I'll be nice. I will go into that after the lap ends. You don't want me starting that mid lap and going into pit because that ends the stint. I'll go into fuel conserve as Ash is gonna have the lead off of this, or should. How many off sequences do we think it would take to make you? Oh God. Oh God. A lot. With 50-ish minutes to go, a lot still. Yeah, that's the Mustang I want in, because the current Mustang is just a boat. Because I'm gonna drop all the way down the 14th. Behind Squid, 4 seconds behind Squid. I'd say, yeah, it's the 500. And Squid Supra, which isn't even a real car, it's a concept, if I remember correctly, is gonna make up some time. I did not change tires, that is important to note. I'm still on some mediums that have a little bit of use. Speaking of that Mustang, it is back there somewhere behind me in 16th. As we are under 48 minutes to go. You see Lucas and Caleb back there, 2.5 seconds back. I would assume this GTD in front of me is Squid. My LMP2, the Nissan Nismo, that is a fucking semi. Because that is Squid, and we will get a free pass there. Now 5 and change behind Rexy. It was good. Hey, it was good having you, man. Have a good one, one and only. As we enter the International Horseshoe, we send that in a little bit too deep. Actually making some time up here. Be in between Ash and I. Squid's LMP2 pits. Meaning Jeff will be your LMP2 leader, which is absurd. Pat, who we put that phenomenal lap down, hasn't had the lead much today. Really since the start of the day. Oh, fuck. Okay. I got screwy there. The Squid will leave pit somewhere between me and Jeff. Rexy, I mean, we're gaining time on Rexy for now, but once we get into the infield, this Caleb behind us is gonna pit. Here Rexy does so well. Caleb's LMP2, we will let him pass. He's already hit us once. Now here at the kink, we're not letting anyone through until we get back onto the oval, unless someone can pass us naturally. Just not a safe spot on track to let people through. As the left oil machine gets a little spinny. That's why I hate letting people through there. The cars get a little squirrely sometimes, coming out, especially coming out of 6. As we once again start making up time on Rexy. We'll be clean for a little bit now. As Jordo is holding her own cars up, and we have smoke in front of us from both of them. Like I said, like this just, the AI don't necessarily know how to pass each other. No, that's how far behind the leader I am. I am 10 minutes off the lead lap. Off the leader. Because they don't tell you how many laps down you are. I wouldn't be shocked if Jordo has to pit. I think there was some contact between her GTD and her LMP2. That being said, it'd be nice if she does stay out. I can use a little bit of a tow as I try. You see Ash, she finally starting to be in sight, and here comes lap traffic. Nobody goes down pit road. I have no idea whose LMP2 this is behind me as I go into the International Horseshoe right on Rexy's tail, and I'm gonna be able to slip inside and goodbye. A little contact as I came back up top, but we're not gonna penalize us and no damage. And whoever's LMP2 is this is behind me is gonna get a wait till we get out of turn 6 here. This will be working to Ash's advantage, not Pat's, as I am gonna have to go out up top onto the banking just to get out his way. A hell of a drive though so far. I know we got just under 40 minutes to go for Jordo and Rexy. That Porsche, which qualified dead last, up here in third in GTD. An LMP2 in front of us. Actually, it is going to be Jordo's. It is going to have to pit. I'm slowly making up some ground on Ash. Not a lot. I mean, not enough that I am going to have to pit because of tires before I have to pit because of fuel. Since I stayed on those mediums. Ash, she was your pole sitter, your Rogue Energy Pole Award winner, which guaranteed her 1 point. Which actually technically guaranteed her 3 points, because she could have finished last and got the 2 points for finishing last. As we once again approach a slow-moving GTD. Slow-moving GTD, which looks like the Millennial Man Cave Ferrari of Jeff, which has not had itself a good run at all, as Caleb's LMP2 got up into P3 and is going to pit. Caleb's LMP2 still has the fastest lap. Seed the spot. Seed the spot and hope they don't give me a penalty. I'd already made the pass beforehand, but I don't feel right taking it that way. That's kind of the whole... I have to pit because of... well, that explains why I caught her. I started catching her. She's on 5% fuel as well. I am very much going to have to pit. But sooner, before fuel lines, or fuel goes out. Because I did stay on some worn tires. Now the Team Millennial Man Cave cars of Jeff and Jeff. Two completely different stories. Peugeot, the LMP2 Peugeot with Jeff, he is sitting in first right now, has led most of the day. This Ferrari, if I had to guess when I catch up to it in a minute, as we go a little wide, is probably in 19th or 20th. Ash stays sitting in third for the class. Exit the Le Mans chicane. Or keeping an eye on tires. We brake too hard like we tried to do a lap ago, and it will send us through. Get out of the way of Jordan's LMP. Actually, we will, but we won't, because I forgot these cars like going low. No contact was made. These cars are programmed to pass you on the bottom side if you have blue flags, which in real life is not what they do. In real life, they usually pass you on the right side. Yeah, I do. Both him and I need new drawers. Yeah, in real life, the blue flag passing is supposed to be done to the right of the slower car, meaning the slow car is down on the left here, down the bottom here in Daytona. A lot of poo just shot out. But yeah, as we just saw, I'm guessing that's Ash's LMP2 behind me. He's definitely gonna have to wait till we get out of the chicane. I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna give her plenty of room. I'm gonna dip behind and get in behind her and just see if she'll tow me a little bit past Jeff. Come on, Ash, pull me. Come on, let me at least get past the slow car. I know you're pulling me away from you still, but worked enough. Jeff, who his race has just been bad from the get-go, had a lap 1 incident with me. I think there's an LMP2 behind Jeff. Jeff is in 19th, by the way, which means Evo Subaru is once again dead last. Wait, why am I letting a car through here? No. It's Squid's LMP2. Now I'll go out high and let him through. By the way, you see the intervals. 10 minutes, 40 seconds behind Squid. 8 minutes, though, behind Jordo. Jordo, who is, 2 full minutes almost. I have won the Rolex, yes. And this McLaren, actually. I have not won a single race in the Nismo. In the Nissan Longboy, which, my dumbass put this up to a vote. I will be at Bathurst in the Nismo. I was not necessarily wanting to run Bathurst, but I put it up to a vote because I'm a man of the people. We'll let a little democracy happen here, a little true democracy. We only had 2 people vote, but I will be at Bathurst. Jordan, can you do me a favor and tell me what day Bathurst is? I know it's in February. God, I hope it's not the same weekend as Daytona, because I do want to do a Daytona race. Fine, then we won't do Bathurst. How you feel about that? Fuck the vote. Vote's rigged. Vote was stolen. "30 minutes to go here from Daytona." Yeah, my tires are getting pretty bad. We got to change tires, change off these mediums that are extremely worn. We're gonna give it one more lap. Man and woman, because I know Ash voted 1000% for Bathurst. They are the same weekend. Okay, yeah, I'll just have to do Bathurst Sunday and Daytona on Saturday. I won't. Oh, hi, Jeff. Ow, my hole. Jordan, why? Why, Jordan? I was trying to move out of the way. Oh, we're talking... Yeah, we picked Liberty a lot and we died a lot. I mean, it's just aero damage for me, but why? I was trying to slow down and move out of the way. Damn it. Ash, I don't have words for that. Got under 30 minutes. I'm gonna go to Racing Hards. I know shenanigans are gonna happen here at the end. So I'm going on to Racing Hards, hoping that I won't have to change them. Yeah, you did. You pitted it 8% fuel. You pitted it low fuel. Ash's car may not make it to Bathurst. Yeah, you pitted it low fuel that time. Aero damage that I got from Jordan running into the back of me while I was trying to let him pass. As hey, there's Evo Subaru in 20th. As Rexy Gordo is only 8 seconds, 8 and change behind me. Approaching 25 to go here. Trying to catch up to that Subaru. We know Rexy's gonna have to pit. We know Lucas is gonna have to pit. Up to the right side there of Evo and get him between Jordo and I. Over here just to look for a couple things. I think we're doing fine for now. And go through the International Horseshoe. If we win this race this year, definitely not going to be like it was when we won it 2 years ago in 2024. We've had a lot of help. Our main two competitors, and Ash and Lucas, have kind of got caught up in some shenanigans a couple different times. We will have to go check out. After the race. And Rexy is once again just holding up. Again, I mean, phenomenal race because it's such a good car in the infield portion. But once you get here onto the tri-oval, that Porsche just becomes a fucking traffic cone. As Lucas is finally, well, Lucas is able to get by because Jordo goes into pit, 5% fuel. Put my car on Lake Lloyd. I don't think I will. And I mean, just Lucas getting by Rexy is already giving him a couple seconds. We have Pat's LMP2 behind us. Random history fact, we will, do we want that now? Jesus Christ, Pat. Because that will have to be a pause the race moment. Let me pull up the generator. Let's see if you're okay. Let's slide this over here for a minute. Actually gonna work. I swear to God, if this has something to do with from 1935 to 1945 Germany. Of course, it goes to the wrong scene. Ash has a strategy, she says. Okay, really? This is the history fact we get? One about Helen Keller. Helen had one younger sister and two older stepbrothers. I'm gonna regret giving you a second one for free, Caleb, because this one fucking blows. I'm gonna regret giving you a second one for free. Will you actually do that? The beginning of the Cenozoic era began when the Mesozoic era ended and the dinosaurs became extinct. That one I did know. Wrong button. Ash wants me to pit. She says she has a strategy. Yeah, that one's kind of common knowledge. I'm not going to be in pit long at 80% fuel. Yeah, the start of an era began when another era ended. And, I mean, all this is going to do is just make me stop. I had to take a lot of history in college, because we're going to be at the 21-minute mark. Lucas is 12 seconds behind me. Which, like I said, this is, I mean, I'm gonna refuel. Dive down. We're gonna stay on hard tires. We aren't changing those. We've been running on lean fuel consumption. Just kind of wanting to wait. Try and pick our moments when we can to push. Lucas is having to pit at 9% fuel. That's huge. Can't dip over the commit line. Ash is now 18 seconds back. I'm assuming that's gonna update here in a minute. Why did I? What that really is gonna do to help her is I'm gonna have to negotiate some lap traffic here. Let's try and kick this into gear. See if we can catch that Millennial Man Cave Ferrari. We're now under 20 to go. Rexy, important to note, sitting in behind Ash right now. How far behind? I don't know. I know Ash is 22 seconds back right now, though. Ask Jeff up on the right side. I know where mine is. I can't get to it, but I know where mine is. Oh, we're going to take a penalty there for dropping too far below the yellow line. Speaking of Millennial Man Cave, Jeff is having to pit his LMP2. As is Jordo. Caleb right now still has that faster slap point as the sun is slowly starting to come up here at Daytona. I don't know what Ash's strategy is. I'm having to try and out-strategize her myself. Okay, they're still back there a ways. I assume it's Squid and Jeff. It's Squid, all right. It's right there. Squid sitting first in LMP2, Jeff second in LMP2, myself third, and then here in GTDs I'm sitting first, Ash second for pole sitter, and then Jordo and Rexy is currently sitting third. I have another LMP2 behind me, near the International Horseshoe. It's Ash's, which is mildly problematic. Go ahead. Now she got some wheel spin out of exit. That's the same wheel spin we got in qualifying. We go a little wide there. Still sitting, conserving some fuel. Ash 25 seconds behind. I'm guessing because she's slowing down, it very well could be because she has to pit. Or she picked up some damage and letting an LMP2 pass. Let Jeff's LMP2 pass, just in a not good spot. Would much preferred to let that happen. Because now I believe we have Jordan's LMP2 behind me, who, Jordan punted me earlier. As yes, I was correct. Ash had to pit. This time Jordan gets by without incident, not damaging either of our cars. My hard tire is not having a fun time right now, despite not being as worn as they should be. As the sun begins to rise. Right now, 40 seconds and getting less. Of another LMP2. On my LMP2, it's gonna force me high. What shenanigans will be abound. What? I just had a stroke reading that. Someone call the Bondulance. Are you having a stroke? Come to the line at 10:36 to go. Circle of life. Rexy is once again. I need to send Jordan a thank you letter. Rexy has been holding up traffic for me this whole way, allowing me to just get even bigger leads. Under 10 to go as I slowed down way more than I wanted to. We're losing after 2 hours. We're losing cabin pressure. And I don't know what Ash's strategy was to try and propel her car into the lead. I think it got derailed, though, by the fact that Rexy is just so So slow. Jesus Christ, Caleb flies by me. And Squid is gonna have to pit under 9 to go. Come on, we need I would love to see Jeff win. I have Lucas's LMP2 behind me. I have Lucas's LMP2 way behind me. At least he doesn't force me into the pit wall like Evo did earlier. Speaking of issues, well, my tires are gonna become one. Especially with two LMP2s that are just right there in front of me as Jordan came out of pit. I'm surprised it took this long. An hour and 52 minutes before something like that happened. Under 8 to go. Talking only a couple laps. As the big problem, especially for me, is my lap times, because of the tires, because of the fuel. I am now under 44% fuel, or under 50% fuel, as my LMP2 has to pit. Probably signaling the end of my LMP2 race. Jordo has just done so good holding up traffic for me. It's 36 to go. Lap 56. We have a blue flag. Catch up to a slow-moving GTD in front of me. That might be... no, that's Evo's. And you know whose GTD we haven't seen in a while? Squid's. As the less oil machine of Jordo is now behind me. As Jordo pits with 2% fuel. Lucas pits with 9%. I'm still at 38%. We have not seen Jordan's at GTD in a long time either. That very distinctive Ford GT. Best oil machine. Racing side by side with me for a minute. Make it clear. And Caleb is gonna make me pit, as is Jordan, and I end up running into fucking... Oh no. So I'm gonna have to pit back-to-back laps. Okay, 3 laps in a row. Yeah, that's good. That's it. Hard tires. We need fuel. Oh yeah, no, I'll let you stack them if you... Like, that seriously is what I wanted. There's a reason I limited each of them to 4 per person. And it's because I didn't want someone like Pat just coming in and spamming them all at the beginning of the race. Like he did to both Jordan and I 2 years ago. I didn't want them spammed all right at the beginning, which is why I limited each thing to 4 per person. But yeah, you can totally stack them. I'm gonna have to run in full power. As you can see, the timer of Rexy is 30 seconds behind. I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to push. They're gaining on me. All I could do is hope. Well, we get 1 lap of push. Oh, we get half a lap of push. I'll be generous this time. That's not... Jordo and Rexy being just a traffic cone the entire way has helped so much, but I don't think now, theoretically, I could just go into box, stop, not take anything. But in spirit, I'm not going to do that. No. As Bye, Ash. Bye, Ash. What would be hilarious is if everyone had to pit. Lucas is able to pass Jordo. I'm not going to get another lap. Actually, no one's going to get another lap behind me. Oh no, this is going to be weird. I still have to go down pit road as the clock hits 0. What is gonna happen here? I go into auto drive. Will Lucas pass me before I get to the line? No, he will not. No, the game doesn't do it that way. It should be depending on where Jeff is. You're right. But the game doesn't do it that way. There is not a single car that finishes on the lead lap, by the way. Jeff is the only car that finishes on the lead lap. Squid, myself, Caleb, and Pat all finish a lap down. Ash did get past Jordan in the LMP2s, finished 2 laps down, as did Jordan, Lucas, and Evo. And Jordo finished 3 laps down. Despite the shenanigans. And oh no, Caleb loses his fastest lap point to Lucas on the final lap. I finish probably seconds. Maybe less. Ahead of Lucas to win the win the day 24. I'm fucking. Have you ever?
This dude is the epitome of a disgrace.
Well, that's overwhelming.
We'll get to the fuck ups in a minute. Let me get points first for everything. I win the GTD class for the Rolex 24 hours of Daytona, or 2 hours of Daytona. 11th is a GTD win. What the? I can't believe that. MP2s. F. Caleb finishes P4 in his LMP2, getting 14 points at Ash. Jordan. Lucas. Evo. Okay. Now for the GTDs. Can I win the GTD class. Lucas finishes second. Jordo, in a phenomenal drive-in Rexy, is able to finish third, but finishing third in the process makes Ash finish fourth. Jordo's race, the whole race that Jordo had in that 1911 RSR basically killed everyone else's race. Well, she just went out there and caused havoc. Jordan, he finishes fifth. Caleb finishes sixth. He jumps up a few spots. Wood 7th. 8th is Jeff, who just had himself a bad day the entire way through. 9th. Yeah, for how bad you qualified, that's pretty good. Pat finishes 9th. You actually had yourself a pretty decent weekend. Decent race. Yep, 11th is a class win. And Evo in that Subaru that is just so terrible finishes dead last. We will get to total points here in a moment. But first, that Subaru is just so bad. I guarantee you what'll happen, since I'm doing Bathurst, Evo will qualify probably top 3. Evo will probably qualify P3 at Bathurst in the Subaru. Still finished dead last. As we go to lap 1, we'll go to the first incident. This is where Jeff's race kind of just went bad. And it was pretty much all on me as I'm having to shift into fuel conserve mode. And from there, Jeff's race just kind of went downhill. Now, can I... Settings, here we go. Race info. Now we gotta go to lap 12. What's on you? Oh yeah. No, I mean I'll take that. I need to be paying more attention. But yeah, if you want to take the blame. I'm sitting 16th. We go into lap 12. And this is where things get weird. We see, if you look up at the radar, if you look up at the track radar, let me move this down to here for now. You could see that big conglomerate of cars. With Caleb in front of me, Lucas. We will see the pack here in a moment. I can. And it's Squid holding everybody up. How long is he holding everybody up for? Let's go all the way back to the start of the lap. Okay, so he blocks Jordan. We're clean. Things are good. She's making a charge. Still nothing happens here. And here's the thing. Oops. If I pause this, he's not out of fuel. He's still at 50% fuel. He's not. He's not out of fuel. Now we're ultra yeah. Like, he's not out of fuel at all. This isn't like a fuel issue. And it's not really... Fucker drove stiffer than a board. It's not really a tire issue. And at this point in time, Squid was racing for position. It's okay, we're good. He's racing for position. We get a we get an LMP2 behind Jordan. Jordo is behind Jordan. We're gonna go right here. Jordo is right on Jordan's ass. Now we come back to Squid. We're going into turn 6. Turn 6, no damage. Nothing wrong. And then his car gets stuck in second gear. Oh, he goes into third. His car doesn't get above 890. And here, okay, hang on. I want to pause this. How fast am I going when I fly past you guys, this pack? Let's see. Ash is going 100. I get past this pack high side going 150. Now we go back to Squid. Did I pass him? What the fuck happened? I just don't get it. And then even worse, he gets out, he jumps in the front of everybody. Did Ash take any damage during this sequence? No. Because I think this is where she went to pit. Is this where she went to pit after, or was that up on lap 34? I think that may have been lap 34, actually. We'll see here in a second. In my geriatric voice. Your Dick Woltman voice? Your Cock Woltman? You're called a speed limit. I can't do one. I can't do one that well. Okay. Then we go up to lap 34. Actually 33, so we'll follow Ash the entirety of the lap. Oh god, I hope I will laugh so hard if Ash is LMP2. I would laugh so no damage, 50% fuel for Ash right now on 33. Where she pitted with like 40% fuel. Right? Yeah. No damage. There's her. Okay, so her LMP2 gets. Oh no! Is that Jordan's? It is. Oh god, I hope she's not here. Like, she didn't break, did she? Nope. Nope. Let's look at it from Jordan's perspective. Okay, come on. What's the cockpit say? What's the cockpit showing us? Jordan tried to fuck on you. And now I'm curious. How close was Lucas on the final lap to catching me, since I had to go down pit road? Without context, that sequence is some. Yeah, that sentence is, yeah. How close was Lucas to me? How close was he to winning this race? So I'm leaving the chicane. We're 4 seconds. I'm still at turn 3, going into 4. Having to go into pit. Oh. So this is where I crossed the line. Oh, man. Now, where am I at? Am I still... I'm crossed the line, so he's still a good distance back. I was curious how... Also, I love how, as I go into pit... Beating Jordan's prototype of the wrench. I love how, by the way, what you see right here is not me. I go into pit, the game instantly tries turning me onto the fucking infield. And yeah, that's the win. Wow. Save the replay. And now we're going to do some points tabulation for the season. So again, for reminding everybody, wow, that is true. You get points for both classes. It is 20 points per win. 2018, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. 2 is 10th point place. I get 20 points. Ash will get 14 for her 4th place finish in GTDs. We're going to do GTDs first just because that's what I have on my list. Ash will get 14 for her 4th place finish, but because of her pole position point, she does get an extra point. You remember Lucas gets the fastest lap point for LMP2s. Lucas gets 18 points, putting him in 2nd. Jordo has herself a phenomenal drive. She started in 10th. Is going to get 16 points. Ash, we already said she's up to 15. That'll put her in 4th. 1 point behind Jordo. Jordan, he gets himself 12 with a 5th place finish. Caleb nets 10. Witt is going to net 8. Jeff will net 6. Pat will net 4. And Evo will net himself 2 points. We go to LMP2. Jeff will get full 20 for Ellen. Well, not quite full 20. Because LMP2, you can get a total of 22 points. Wid will get 18 in LMP2. I will get 16. Caleb will net himself 14, which is a solid day. Pat will get 12, which will put him at 13. Ash will get 10. For LMP2. Jordan gets 8. Lucas will get 6, which will put him at 7 with fastest lap. Evo will get 4 points for 9th place finish. And Jordo, she will get 2 for a 10th place finish. Now let me pull the calculator out because I'm not great at some of the math. For our team points. Ash will be at 25. That will be at 17. Evo will be at 4 plus. Evo will be at 6. Wid will be at I believe 26. Wid will be at 26, 1 point ahead of Ash. Myself Oh. 20, I got what, 16 and yes. I'll be at 36. I believe I will have the point lead. Lucas. We got 7. We'll be tied with Ash at 25. Jordan, he had 8 and 12, so he'll be at 20. Jeff got 20 and 6, so he'll be at 26. Tied with Squid. Caleb. Let's see. 14 for LMP2. Caleb's at 24 points. Then Jordo, she's going to be at 18 points. So here's your point standings for the team so far. I am in the lead at 36 points. That will not last because we're going to Bathurst next in a couple weeks time, I believe on the 14th. I am at 36 points, and a two-way tie for second right now is Jeff and Squid at 26, 10 behind me. And a two-way tie for and a two-way tie for third or fourth right now is Ash and Lucas at 25 points. Caleb is at 26. Jordan, or Caleb's at 24, I'm sorry. At 6th. Jordan is 7th with 20 points. Right? One, 2, 4, 5, 7. Oh, Pat is 8th. And then Evo bringing up dead last. 10th. 1, 2, so 3, tie second. 4th is at 25. Yep, Ash and Lucas. Full 5th is Caleb, or no, 6th is Caleb technically. My bad. That's where I got that wrong. Caleb 6th, Jordan 7th. Oh, I'm missing. Jordo, she is 8th. Wow, I'm missing other. Yeah, she's 8th. Just because I don't have this in order yet. That's where I was like, wait a minute, I'm not saying someone's name. Who am I not saying? Because she's 1 point ahead on Pat at 18, Pat at 17, and then Evo at 6. And that, ladies and gentlemen, after 2 hours of racing and an extra 53 minutes of points, replays, and everything else, is your Rolex 24 hours of Daytona for 2026. We will have the replay that does not include me. It is just the car noises. That will be up in a few days. This will be up probably by Monday as well. And we will see you in 3 weeks' time for Bathurst.